is up, my people? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more CS news. This major continues to be very entertaining, and we are still in our most entertaining stage to date. We are now also seeing our first teams from this stage going home and our other first teams going on to playoffs. And this day, well, it was also madness. Can I just say something really quick? Is it just me, or are more nade kills coming through all of a sudden throughout this stage? We saw a lot of nade damage today and some incredible individual plays out there, and one of the best matches, or at least I would say most anticipated matches of the day, that was FaZe versus Mongolz. We're not really sure what form either of these teams are in given their current states with their rosters, and of course with FaZe and their previous stages kind of flip-flopping back and forth. This was set to be a banger, and a banger, well, it was for Mongolz. Someone like Controlez fitting in very well with this team. I would say Jacob for FaZe also very much holding his own, but 9-10 really showed up today. Speaking of nades, some of the best nade work in an eventual 1v3, I believe. One of the best plays of the day.
Putting it up right now on this CT half. Are they ready for the rebuy? Did they realize what they were up against there? With that round going so quick, I can't say for certain. FaZe.
9-10 wants to give this a go. He's dropped that AWP. Nade's gonna deal with Brokey.
Oh.
So little time left now. You've got to get that bomb planted, FaZe. They're just gonna plug in the numbers in time. But 9-10 closing in, another nade, the artillery barrage from 9-10 blows FaZe away.
And speaking of Controlez, even him holding his own, it was down the stretch where Mongolz looked like ridiculous. And a lot of nades being pulled out there, a lot of clutch work as well. But this was a very lopsided map somehow in favor of Mongolz.
A lot of time to get comfortable, but there's some revenge. 9-10 naded out. Taste of his own medicine. Brokey up close, follows through on the Tech 9. Oh, Controlez! The rookie wrestles it back, and now in with a chance. Can Twist stop him? Looking for the bomb, he can't quite find it. Will finally hop on that defuse. Spam misses, comes up short, and Twist can't find him! Right from under their nose, Controlez snatches it away. Divine match.
And yeah, a ninja defuse like that, definitely a dagger for FaZe. They still will have more chances. One team out there that will not have chances, we talked about yesterday, saying pretty much guaranteed that there's no way they can win 3 best-of-3s, and they proved that today. That being Team Liquid. They will be going home as one of your 0-3s after a loss to Passion UA, another most common pick for the 0-3 category. Both of these teams were common picks, but I don't think anyone out there should expect Team Liquid to fall to Passion UA, and with their performance at this major being one of the worst of teams that are expected much more of, this almost spells very much so a roster change coming for Team Liquid. They are already out of the major. And again, that, you know, it was a series of a closer series. I think it was on MOUZ. They went down like 10-2 and just did not leave themselves enough room for a comeback. But I think either way, I just don't know if competing on a close level to Passion UA is up to any sort of the par and level we're supposed to be holding Team Liquid to. And that, of course, was with a new roster change, you know, Elise joining back forces. But this was also a team that was struggling with potential roster changes even before that. And so I think this, to me, spells that something has to give and something is on its way to giving. What do you guys think about Team Liquid? But I would say ultimately one of the teams I am more disappointed in with their major performance. Aside from them, it's been a team like Aurora and a team like Liquid that have really let a lot of people down, and I would expect changes to happen. And 2 teams out there who let nobody down, I'm going to give this the series of the day, that being Team Spirit versus MOUZ. No strangers to each other this year, and they have been close and competitive on several maps out there. This series was no different, although Team Spirit, they start things out very hot. Then we go to Train, where it was back and forth, back and forth. We had Donk certainly forcing some rounds. We were like, okay, and he had a very, very poor Train, which maybe is what ultimately led to Team Spirit falling on that, but it was so back and forth this game. Extremely fun to watch. And yeah, that game ends, by the way. MOUZ forced up, I think, the
comeback rides or dies on this round.
Time for deathmatch.
Shiro gonna play it forward, but Donk is dead straight away, and Shiro remains as the sole survivor. Gonna deal with Torshi. 2 more coming to face him. Shiro holding the line, and he'll keep Spirit in this thing. A clutch finally going the way of Team Spirit. You might anticipate a partial, you might anticipate the eco, just thinking you've got one gun to worry about. This is the Hail Mary from MOUZ. MOUZ, and Spinks has opened it with a double. This was the all or nothing buy. If they didn't win it here, overtime looms over the top of MOUZ. That's what's on the line. Plant found for Spirit in a 3v5, but a missed timing for Shiro. Spinks has delivered a free kill. There's no Shiro to bail them out. There's no Donk either. It's got to be Tanir and Chopper, and now it's just the captain. 5 kills deep. MOUZ left it all to this one gun round, and on the verge of picking it up. Now Brolin is low on health, but he's got cover from all angles. Defuse, stuck, and MOUZ have done it.
And it was so fun, that game, the mental warfare as well, because MOUZ forced up a round early to get that game to a close, and that is how they put them away. Unfortunately for them, its team spirit is still here. They finish out map 3, 13-11, but an insanely close series. I would say still a good showing for MOUZ, and they are a team that many are confident in that 2-1 category. And Spirit, a team that people weren't sure, what Spirit are we going to see? We are seeing a Spirit that can contend with a team like MOUZ, another top team in the world. So maybe a different Spirit than some were expecting. And if Donk is on point, they're winning maps and winning series. Team Spirit looking scary. So you had Liquid going home 0-3. Unfortunately for all the Jame fans out there, it will be Paravision also joining them. I would still say a great major run. They're doing better than Virtus Pro, and that's all that matters. We had Vitality also roll through bait. Not even close, not even worth mentioning. What was that, 13-2? Only team that did better than them, that being Falcons, also rolling Imperial 13-1. So we have a lot of solid 2-1 teams heading into tomorrow, and those matches are going to be really fun to watch. And again, with the playoff seeding, a lot of these matches will matter, but there are a lot of teams out there who eventually will be in the 2-1 or 3-1 categories. Yeah, the level of play here has certainly escalated, and it does make sense. I would say escalating all the way to the point where we saw Furia play today, and this is a Furia who is your favorite to win the major, and they are showing just that. The opening map against G2, almost not even worth mentioning, because they put up numbers where it was like, okay, this series, it might already be over, and that bled into the start of Overpass on their T side, where it was like, okay, it really is over. But G2 didn't give up easily. And it was actually the start of the second half for G2. Sun Pius, this was one of the most beautiful pistol clutches I've ever, I can't even begin to explain. Like, this was great out of Sun Pius. A Sun Pius who, by the way, has not only had a great tournament, but this map, single-handedly trying to pull G2 back into this map, he's looking insane.
This surrounds today is Molodoy. He's never silent, he's always loud, but this time he goes down first. There's some Pius and Mobs coming right through, and Yuri still finding some success. Gets into the smoke, shrouded in the cover. Yuri, oh, another one again in the chaos. It is Yuri thriving. And the Brazilian brawls in B, and the bomb is gone. So Pius is out of that. He's lost all of his teammates, and now he has to clutch.
Oh, the comeback, Sun Pius. Oh, they spotted him. Yuri.
Spotted him.
Yuri's just winning this round single-handedly.
Dude, Yuri is just a god in pistol rounds today. Looking to take every single pistol. This would be the death sentence for G2 to lose the pistol round here. So Pius heads his way back up to the A site. He'll have a chance to plant and go for the clutch.
Okay, gaining space on the plant as well. Yuri's just going to swing.
Yeah, moves off to the bank. Hoping this is his chance, trying to separate the fights. They come in together, moving forward. Some Pius gets into cover. They can apply pressure. They're just going to stick it. They're just going to hold it.
They force him out of position. Why not?
Oh, they canceled now. And no one's on it. Sampaius isn't peeking it any longer. So once again, getting back to that defuse. Sampaius has got to know they're going to hold it this time. Halfway gone. Yakindar sticking it all the way. Sampaius not going. And he's running out of time until the final second. Sampaius secures the clutch.
And then a classic CS2 moment where G2 eventually get the 10 rounds on pistols. And then they flub to Furia and lose to pistols, but they pulled it back incredibly, even for the T side of Overpass. It was right there. G2 fought back, but Furia, even their aggression shows it all. They are playing like a championship level team.
They've got him searching for the opening kill again. Same position, not given the opportunity. G2 getting across. Here's the opportunity now. MOUZ protected by the cover of the flames, gets away with one. Mattis trades out his fallen teammate, and we've got G2 moving towards the bathrooms.
There's a lovely opening kill from MOUZ. Absolutely needed that. He's been quiet through these two maps. Haven't seen that signature play from old Mario. 2-round lead for Furia, but they're a man down here in round 19.
Jumps around the corner, but the nade has landed upon him. So the fangs of Furia wait alone, sharpened with 25 seconds left. to bear down upon G2. It is Controlez with a bite on the rifle. yoooooo on the follow-up. And Vicious again as Heavy God is required to clutch against Controlez. Time is limited again for Heavy God, and Controlez has found utility. He must hide as Heavy God on the hunt, but Controlez.
yoooooo and Mongolz again on the defense. Quietly scaling his G2 and knowing it's up against a very, very low buy with pistols. Furia taking a passive defense, don't want to give over any weapons.
Mongolz not connecting. On the first attempt anyway. It's in behind the truck, goes out for the peek. Mongolz held back behind the truck itself. He's taken out by MOUZ, moving forward. yoooooo stepping up in Mongolz's stead.
Just has to survive at long, yoooooo.
Yeah, well, he's overwhelmed here and he gets one extra kill. And that one kill keeps the numbers even. G2 have fought themselves into a position to at least get that bomb planted. Will it be Furia to close out here?
They're not considering the smoke fade at all.
And Hunter has pushed forward into Bank, but the response is there from Fallen. Controlez and Fallen to put Furia into the playoffs.
There's no smoke for the bomb, so Sunpius with this AWP can wreak havoc.
Yeah, it does feel like that lack of smoke is going to cost them in this round. Sunpius has put himself in a great position. Been a missed shot and a great response. Controlez taken down, Fallen to follow. And with the weak for G2, they're limited on time. Surely not like this. Surely not like this, G2, as they crumble. And it is like this. Furia with the playoffs around the corner. They secure it. Over a decade on from his first major appearance.
And that is going to do it, peeps. Hope you all enjoyed the little bit of a CS major recap. I will probably see you guys in a few days as this stage does progress. I will be traveling. I told you guys yesterday, in case you caught it, I've been working on a game showcase with my buddies and the company we run. Been working very hard to interview a bunch of different game devs out there, showcasing their games. A lot of them are indie projects or, you know, smaller studios out there working on some really cool games. That is what we've been really busy with. It's going to be called New Game Plus. And it'll be a gaming showcase for all devs out there that, you know, nobody has to pay to be a part of. We just want to share their games to the world. And so that's what I've been really busy with. And this weekend we are recording and producing the actual show. I think it's like a 2+ hour show. It's going to be awesome, and it'll debut, I think, in like January of 2026. I'm super nervous. I'm super scared. I will be watching CS with you guys, and I'll be breaking it down next week as well. Till next time, though, much love, guys. I'll see you back here soon. Take care, y'all.